You wanna play tag? I'm it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 cartoon backstabbers who got what they deserved.
Check.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most notable animated double-crossers who faced some much-needed karmic justice. Be warned, spoilers lie ahead. Which of these moments did you find the most satisfying? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Ben Ravencroft, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Just because someone isn't dressed up as a monster doesn't mean they aren't one deep down.
Why don't you and your friends come visit?
Really? Oh, that would be great!
This horror author staged a mystery so he could lure the Scooby Gang to his hometown, where the scary stories are all too real. But once Mystery Inc. tracks down the book of ancient witch Sarah Ravencroft, Ben shows his true colors and unleashes her onto the town.
And since Sarah's blood runs in my veins, I guess that makes me a warlock.
It's fitting then that the ghostly Sarah has the honor of giving him his comeuppance. In her final moments, she decides to make him her eternal cellmate, damning him to the same curse he tried to break. Not even the author himself could have written a more poetic ending. Number 9. Bog Lady, Heart Arlo. Apparently this villain had never heard of the phrase, "If you love something, set it free." When Arlo flies, or in this case, swims from the nest, Bog Lady, who pretends to be a kind of mom to him, decides to do whatever it takes to get him back.
Where's Edme?
Looking for this?
Edme!
After pretending to be kind, kidnapping his allies, and even trying to hypnotize him, she decides the only way to make him stay is to give him a home in her belly.
I'm the one who created this whole thing. I'm the one who created this whole thing.
Gobbling up Arlo and his friends majorly backfires though, when Edme's explosives send the Bog Lady to Kingdom Come. Hey, at least she's still in her swamp. Permanently, that is. Number 8. Conway Stern, Archer. You'd think a spy agency would have a more thorough interview process, but this hire proved himself more than worthy of spy work. Of course, he did so by putting a knife in Sterling's. Literally.
Conway? Yeah, buddy. Are there more bad guys behind me?
Conway lost a hand for his trouble, but that didn't mean he couldn't hold a weapon later on in the series. The switch from blades to bullets didn't change the outcome much though, and his other hand ultimately went bye-bye.
You double-crossing son of a bitch!
Called it.
As if that wasn't enough, Conway's foot also ended up being severed during yet another confrontation. With a pattern like that, he may want to lay off the double-crossing before he runs out of limbs to lose.
But you haven't seen the last of Conway Stern.
Number 7. Mitch and Tiff, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. As a general rule of thumb, angering an island of angry dinosaurs is usually not a great idea. Apparently these two poachers didn't get that memo, and posed as tourists who lost their way to get close to the main attraction.
Who are you? Well, after all that, maybe you should call us your salvation.
To say their plan backfires would be putting it lightly. In the middle of their getaway, Mitch gets caught in a snare just as a dino comes sniffing.
I never liked that nickname!
Tiff completely abandons him, but doesn't make it very far in the boat before she gets a deadly visit from two very hungry stowaways herself. Neither survive, but it's pretty hard to feel too bad for them in the end. Number 6. Diane Simmons, Family Guy. For the first time, this unstable news anchor wasn't just reporting on current events. She was the current event.
Diane, didn't your first husband blow his brains out?
Oh, God!
A romantic heartbreak and a betrayal at work after her 40th birthday caused Diane to turn murderous. 5 bodies and a threat to Lois's life later, it seems she may get away with pinning it all on reporter Tom Tucker.
How could you do all these horrible things?
suppose it all really began a year ago when James Woods and I met at a press event and began seeing each other.
But you can only live like that for so long before you get your due. And indeed, Stewie ensures that she figuratively and literally goes over the edge. Of a cliff, that is. The trigger-happy psycho meets her maker with a splat, not a bang. To be fair, she totally had it coming. Number 5. Mordred, Justice League Unlimited. Kids will be kids, but stealing an all-powerful amulet isn't the kind of thing that comes with an average teenage mood swing.
None of that matters, Mother, 'cause now I'm strong enough.
Mordred is technically centuries old, but he proves himself as childish as his body when he goes rogue and transports every grown-up to a different realm of existence. The Justice League turns small, mount an assault, and quickly prove that they mean business.
I'm older than you now.
They goad Mordred into turning himself into an adult, which, thanks to his earlier curse, places him among the other grown-ups. What's more, he loses his youth. Yeah, he may be a gifted warlock, but clearly, he's no psychic. It just goes to show that magic and maturity don't go hand in hand.
Wait, what happened to Mordred?
My spell gave him eternal youth, but now that he's broken it, all he has is eternal life.
Number 4. Vlad Masters, Danny Phantom. It's ghoulishly difficult to fight a villain who's a respected billionaire by day and an evil ghost human hybrid by night.
Well, what do you know?
Vlad does eventually reveal his alter ego Plasmius to the public, but it's only to hold the world ransom against a colliding meteor. Then, surprise, surprise, when he realizes he can't do it alone, he's left with no one to lend him a hand.
You have to help me. You wouldn't turn your back on an old friend, would you?
An old friend? No. You? Yes.
Danny and company ensure the Earth's survival, but Vlad's social world has already imploded. With no friends, no home, and no use for the money, the traitor is forced to stay in the deep reaches of space. Ironically, even the asteroids don't want him there.
At least it's quiet and I...
Number 3. Tammy Guterman, Rick and Morty. At this wedding, the party favors come in the form of handcuffs, courtesy of the bride herself. Everyone has baggage, but hers includes being an undercover Galactic Federation agent.
In a lot of ways, what I really am is a deep cover agent for the Galactic Federation, and you guys are a group of wanted criminals, and this entire building is, in a certain sense, surrounded.
To break it down, Tammy fakes the marriage, murders her new husband, Bird Person, and then tries to arrest those she lured out for the ceremony. The whole thing kinda gives new meaning to the phrase party crashers. But when she and Rick cross paths again later on, he has a belated gift of sorts for the not-so-newlywed. It comes in the form of justice for making him attend a wedding. Oh, and for Bird Person's death, of course, both leading to Tammy spending her honeymoon in the afterlife.
You made me go to a wedding.
Number 2. Rose Quartz, Steven Universe. This betrayal actually worked out pretty well in the end.
We can all see her. She's right there. She just can't reform because she has this baby around her.
In an attempt to save the planet, the homeworld Gem Pink Diamond, who was leading the colonization effort at first, gained a new alias, Rose Quartz. The different shine helped her play both sides of the war and stage her own shattering to protect Earth. But as a result, no one besides Pearl could ever truly know her. She was rewarded for her sacrifice with Greg Universe's love and later with a son in Steven. But having him meant abandoning her physical form. Thus, for the longest time, no one outside of Pearl knew what Rose did in the name of love.
Please, let's never speak of this again.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Unalaq, The Legend of Korra. Aang's successor Korra learned the hard way why you should think twice before doing business with family. Her uncle Unalaq seemed responsible enough, if a bit stuck in his old ways, but he soon proved one of the biggest threats to the entire world. He betrayed his own brother, incited a civil war, and more. We could go on, but let's just say it wasn't surprising to see him fuse with the evil Vaatu and break the Avatar cycle. But Korra gives the manipulator exactly what he deserves during a cathartic, supersized smackdown. That epic punch to the chest is worthy enough recompense, but his literal evaporation is the perfect spirit-bending cherry on top. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.